It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll have our eyes on Darnell Mooney. He made the most of his catches a week ago in a 150-yard game. It's the Bears and the Raiders, and it's all up next.
EA Sports. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
And it certainly hadn't taken Herbert long to earn his status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. Locked and loaded at every snap, and the second he sees an opening, that ball is soaring downfield. You better be on your toes against him on defense. The second you turn your head, they'll burn you.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. This defense for the Bears, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Throwing his car on third down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 22. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, 5, and they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Carr on the bootleg. He'll get that out to the flat to White. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
On 1st down, Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw pulled in by Renfro. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
What now?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, Carr, the quick slant caught. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
6-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 23.
Play action. It's Fields. And that one on the money to Claypool downfield.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here's Fields. Claypool with another catch. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his third rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14. Raiders 3. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Darren Waller, touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller, his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The Bears at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun, they run with Barkley.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
From the 17, Carr quickly a slanter in front. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That's good for Las Vegas.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Davante Adams, 65 yards.
And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chicago offense set to get started. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Fields now to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Fields able to hit his target, Claypool.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. 1st down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will tie things at 17 all. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs. all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Davante Adams to the field again.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time, looked well for a solid gain.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
It's now 2nd and 6.
What now? Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot drag.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
Raiders 17. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
The Raiders take over first
The
down.
Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Carr. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
That's returnable now for Smith.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Bears take over. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
And you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Chicago.
Fields on first down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. To throw again on second down.
Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Again, Fields. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
And it's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Here's Fields.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So they're content to take the three. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Carr. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Down!
The final shot here before half for Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7. Fields. This pass on target. Velus Jones with it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Bears first down.
Now a first down throw. Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Fields going to keep it once more. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Now it's Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got some space here. Oh, good move. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Yeah, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. This to Jarwin. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
Offense.
That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle.
Still second down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 157 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Now Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders have scored again in this third quarter. This time to move out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Fields throw taken in by Chark. Finding room at midfield.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
Now Fields. That's once again complete to Chark. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Forced out to his left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
This is caught. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping them from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Here's Fields on the sneak.
And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown.
Justin Fields scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bears have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Carr. Caught on the right side by Adams.
Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's Carr. This is Jennings. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
To throw is Carr.
And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
The Bears offense ready to get going again. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Off play action, Fields.
Out to his left.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
They'll roll him out right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are right back in this football game.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. First down, here's White. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first. Here's Carr to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Carr completes it. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Waller taking it in over the middle. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And now a tip of the cap to the man under center, Charles. He just went over 400 yards passing in this ball game. He's got the touchdown passes to boot, taking pretty good care of the ball. Just all around a really solid performance.
Yeah, just check, and check, right? Because he certainly showed he was worthy of the trust that his team put in him. A handful of touchdowns to his credit thus far. Now he's just crossing off yardage milestones, and win or lose, his name has to be in serious discussion for player of the game.
Again, this is White, and he's going to lose yardage again as he is stuffed behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries.
Touchdown, Raiders! Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Extra point by Carson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now this offense comes...
field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 24. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he fires one incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Play action. It's Fields. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a 1st down.
Here's Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to get it back. It's the 35. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They stay on the ground with White. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Carr going to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
One play action. Fields.
And that is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Fields now to throw. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Chicago.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 40 now on 2nd down.
Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Now a first down throw. Fields over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. And the tight end goes in motion left. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
Back to throw, Fields.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
All eyes on Fields. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner.